Hello my friends, by the way, things are not looking good for President Joe Biden. Stay with me in the video and you will understand. The Texas Republican Party wants to vote on whether to secede from the U.S. or not. Texas Republicans want to hold a referendum on secession from the United States, one of several extreme political demands that delegates voted to adopt at the party's state convention in Houston this weekend. What are you thinking, my friends? The channel here is also information, and I honestly don't know what can happen if this vote is in favor of the separation of Texas from the United States. The GOP is asking the state legislature to pass a bill that would require a vote in the 2023 state general election to determine whether Texas should reassert its status as an independent nation. In a separate section of state sovereignty, the Republican Party stated, "State sovereignty calls for Texas to secede from the United States regularly surface among Republican politicians and often gain traction when a Democrat is occupying the White House," according to the Texas Tribune. But despite now being the official policy of the state's largest political party, the question of whether Texas can legally secede from the Republic was effectively resolved by the Texas v. White Supreme Court decision in 1869. Texas declared itself independent from Mexico in 1836 and spent 9 years as a separate nation before being annexed by the U.S. in 1845. It broke away from the U.S. in 1861 before becoming a state again in 1870 after the end of the Civil War. Does Texas have enough resources to emancipate itself from the United States and stand on its own 2 feet? The issue was again decided by the Supreme Court in 2006, when former Justice Antonin Scalia wrote, "If there was any constitutional issue resolved by the Civil War, it is that there is no right of secession." At the Texas Republican Party's biennial 3-day convention last week, thousands of delegates also voted to reject the 2020 presidential election result and declare Joe Biden an illegitimate president. Participants called for the repeal of the Voting Rights Act of 1965 and for homosexuality to be declared an abnormal choice of lifestyle. "We believe that there should be no granting of special legal rights or creation of special status for homosexual behavior, regardless of the state of origin," the text reads. While the convention platforms do not have any binding legal authority, they effectively serve as a mission statement and indicate policy priorities for the next 2 years. Delegates also booed Senator John Cornyn during a speech on Friday about his efforts to pass bipartisan gun control legislation. Senator Ted Cruz was criticized at the conference as a globalist and for traveling to Cancun during a winter storm that left millions without power last winter. And Representative Dan Crenshaw was approached by far-right protesters who called him an "Eye Patch McCain" insult. It's my friends, things are not good. Let's see how far this goes. Until the next video.